Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Recap Queen. Today's video is very interesting. Hope you like the video. Let's start. This story is about a girl named Milan. She is very good. She does whatever she likes. But that doesn't mean she doesn't obey her parents, but she also makes them happy. She has 3 friends whose names are Mariam, Avi, and Priya. They all study in the same school and they all like Four Towns very much, which is a famous musical band. After school, Melon helps her with her mother in the temple. They do not worship any god but their own ancestors. Her mother tells the stories of the bravery of her ancestors to the people who come there. How he loved animals and especially the panda. Everyone is very happy to hear his stories. After finishing there, at night, Milan is watching TV with his mother, which shows the news of 4 towns. It turns out that they are coming to their town as well, to which her mother says, "What nonsense. All the children love them," but her mother angrily says that you should stay away from them all. Then Melon eats and goes to sleep. When she wakes up the next day, she is turned into a red panda. She gets very scared and starts screaming, to which her mother asks what happened. But she doesn't say anything. She thinks that if she goes back to sleep, she will be fine, but she doesn't. She becomes human again. She returns to school as normal, but her hair is still red, which is why she wears a hat. Today, her mother drops her off at school herself, but also, Melon doesn't tell her mother. In school, there is always a boy named Talwar who teases her a lot. Where she becomes normal, but her friend asks her, but she doesn't tell anything, but then her friend writes to her and tells her that your mother is standing behind, which she looks back, then her mother is really a security guard. Is arguing with, seeing which Milan gets angry and starts running away from there, and due to anger turns into a panda and starts running towards home, but his mother doesn't leave him and the house also follows him. Melon hides in her room, her mother comes and her father also comes. Then Melon says that this happened to me. Why did Acker become a panda? Why me? On which his mother says that this happened to you too. On which Milan says, with me too. What does this mean? That is, has this happened before? Whereupon his mother takes him to her temple and tells him that Sonia was one of our ancestors who loved animals so much that she did a lot of worship so that she could be separated. A war was going on, and on that moonlit night her wish would come true, and she was asked by God to make her wish, on which she wished for a red panda, on which she turned into a red panda. Every girl in her future generation also becomes a panda, which makes Milan very angry, but her mother tells her that pandas can also be controlled, and on the same date of the moon, there will be a puja. I will kill the panda and lock it in a locket. His father tells that on the 25th of the next month, Wu Puja can be held. Must be controlled. Then they tell her to sleep in a different place so that she doesn't fart too much. When she wakes up the next day, she turns into a red panda again, which makes her very angry. But then her friends come and she is shocked to see them, but they tell her that we will also go to the 4-town show, which she is very happy to hear and hugs her. Her friends are scared of her, but she tells them that I am Milan. Then she starts crying, which her friends comfort her and give her a hug, and she becomes a normal person again. And she says that whether I am a human or a panda, my love for you will remain the same, which makes them all happy. Then her parents also teach her how to control her panda. She gives them a test in which she remembers her friends every time she has a panic attack, so she becomes normal. Then she asks her parents for permission to go to the 4-town KK show, but they don't. Milan's mother forbids them outright, on which Milan gets angry. The next day, when he goes to school, he finds out that even his family has not given him permission, so the 4 of them have to pay to go there by themselves. Starts collecting. Milan's mother gets a call from her grandmother and she tells that she has found out everything about Milan and she is coming to meet him. Next we see that Milan and his friends start making money by watching the panda show to the kids for an hour, and they also sell their own panda products that buy them 3 tickets. They manage to collect the money and are still short of $100, but then Taylor, a guy who doesn't like Melon at all, comes in. He tells Melon that you have to come to my birthday and I'll give you his money. Donga, on which Malin asks him for $200 and he agrees. He says if you don't come, I will show all your pictures with pandas to your mother. Then in the evening Malin starts to leave the house, but her grandma and her daughters arrive, which makes Milan busy at home, where her friends and Taylor are waiting for her. And comes through the window. Everyone is very happy to see him and they are having fun and making a lot of jokes. Then his mother comes to see him in the room, then she sees all the stuff under the bed. Taylor's party invitation card is also there. Her mother wakes her up, but she is not in bed. On the other hand, Milan and everyone else are happy that now they can go to the concert. But then they hear the news on the radio that now Fortune will come on 25th, on which Milan is very angry that 25th also worships her. Out of anger, she turns into a panda, then Taylor says what are you doing there? Rahiho oh please come and make us happy, which makes her angry and she attacks her. But then her mother also comes and scolds her friends a lot that because of friends like you, our daughter this situation has happened, on which her friends say to Milan that you don't say anything, on which Milan remains silent and leaves, and on the 25th, everyone goes to the show, and the day of puja also comes, and Milan starts to reason. He is made to sit in a tent and everyone starts singing and a light comes out and Milan also gets up and reaches a forest where he sees Sonia who calls him as she speaks to pass through the place. She passes through it, but the panda is not coming out because she herself is crying, and she remembers the time she spent with her friends and the panda. And she comes back as a panda and leaves puja and starts running. Everyone stops her but she doesn't stop and runs away to the show and apologizes to her friends. She gets so angry that she almost turns into a red panda and comes to the show place. Everyone gets scared and runs away, but she grabs Melon and says, "How dare you misrepresent me?" She transforms into a panda and punches them so hard that she faints. But she is very grown up, then her grandmother and her daughters also turn into pandas and help Melon. Then they all reach the same forest, they all get their own pandas and Melon's mother. But Melon refuses and her mother also goes and says that I always wanted to control you but I was wrong. Then Melon goes to the temple with this mother and makes people happy and here. But our story ends. So friends, please comment and let me know how you liked the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel Recap Queen. Thank you.